Hey, I'm Lindsay from A Heart for All Students, and I wanted to pop in here and show you how I use Google Calendar to help my middle school teen daughter track her own assignments, but yet still communicate well with me. She has ADHD just like I do, and we tried forever to transition her to a paper planner because she really, really wanted some independence from me. And quite frankly, I was sick and tired of going into her room every day saying multiple times a day, "Did you do your math? Did you do your language arts? Did you do your reading?" It was driving us insane. So we came up with a system that worked for her, works for me, and I wanted to share with you. So what I do is I do use Google Calendar. I have an iPhone, but I do download the Google Calendar app onto my iPhone. I find it to be really easy to use to sync on my laptop and get our entire family connected calendar-wise. So I do use Google Calendar throughout the week on my phone when I'm out and making appointments. So you can see here, but you can also pull it up on your desktop. So it works out perfectly. So you can see here, I have a calendar of my personal stuff. I have a calendar for my business stuff. I have a calendar for my daughter's homeschool assignments. And so I'll show you how to do that really quickly. I'm going to uncheck this, so that will remove that from the calendar. And then you'll come to the bottom left and you will add a calendar. So it says create new calendar. And you can call it whatever you want. So homeschool assignments, 2022, 2023, and you can put your child's name on there or something. And you go ahead and you would create that calendar. And after that calendar has been created, you get out of settings. I'll go to the top left, get out of settings. And let's go to that assignments section, or go to that calendar. What do we call it? Homeschool assignments. Whoops, that's the old one. Here's the new one. Homeschool assignments. So if we were back in April, I would go ahead and say maybe at the beginning of the month, maybe I would go in and I would type in, what I do is I type in the main subjects that I need to make sure she hits each day. So I would put math. And then what I do is I put, find a time. I don't know why it's doing that. I do all day. The way that it shows up if you do all day is a nice clear block, and it doesn't stress her out time-wise. So I do all day. And what I do, if I'm doing it for the month, I would go under this section that says do not repeat. I would hit custom. And I would probably say, like, for math in our home, we do math every day. So I'd hit Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And I might say, okay, we're going to have it end, if I'm just going to do a month, I'll just end it at the end of April 29th. Okay. And I'll hit save. And then let's say, so you can see right here, if she wants to go into her calendar, she's going to go into her calendar. She will see math, and typically what you'll see in just a minute, because I'm going to go to my daughter's, I'll have math, I'll have history, I'll have all the other things. But now you can see how I set up the general framework, and you can just add. So you just go here again, say I wanted to hit language arts. I don't know what you call that in your home, but we'll just call it language arts. And again, I would do find a time, and I would do all day. And then I would go under how many days a week I want her to do that. So for language arts, maybe she does it Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And we want it to end if I'm, however I decide to do it, or you decide to do it. I know I'm going back to April because that's what I'm going to show you in just a minute. And I'd end on the 29th. And I press save. And then now you see every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, she has something in language arts she has to do. And you just keep doing that, and you keep adding for that month based on what you want her to get done. So now what I'm going to do, or your child to get done. Your child might be a boy. Okay. So we're going to get out of that. I'm going to unclick that because I don't want to see that calendar anymore. Now we're going to go look at my daughter's calendar, the way that I set it up for her back in April. And I picked April because it was full of stuff and she did a good job keeping track. Okay. So you can see that I had placed, for her, I had that she was reading I knew that month she was reading a book on Frida Kahlo for her IEW class that she is taking with True North Academy online. I love True North Academy. I'll put my referral link in the notes at the bottom of the video, and you should definitely check them out. But I knew she was reading a book, a Frida Kahlo book. So IEW, math, physics. She takes a physics class with True North. And I was having her read Super Fudge for fun because she never read that Judy Blume book. So I knew that that's what she would be doing, on Mondays. And I kind of put the general schedule down. You can see this following Monday, she started reading My Side of the Mountain. So I needed to know what she was going to do what she did that day in regards to my side of the mountain. But we'll come here and we'll look. And what her responsibility is after on Monday, she knows I've got to get all this done. Once she's done with Frida Kahlo, she would go in on her computer because she loves the computer, and she will double click on the calendar. She is attached to my Google Calendar, so she's able to pull this up, and she would double click and you can see what she did here. For me, what I see she read chapter 6. And then she also, for this assignment, I asked her as she was reading through the book, for each chapter, I wanted her to take bulleted notes of what she had learned. So let's see what she did. She went into Google Docs. There's a doggy. And so you could see for chapter 1, she did this. And after chapter 2, she did this. It looks like that day, this is what she did. She took these 3 notes, and that's fine with me. I just want her to have something to jog her memory. And so she just goes into the same Google Doc in her Drive, and she hits share, copies the link, and then she goes back into the calendar and she clicks the link in there. So this is my view right now, just checking on her assignments. But what she did is she went in and she copied and pasted that Google Doc link in there so that I could see what she did. That's super helpful. For IEW, that day she did her rough draft. And so that's her responsibility, is to tell me via these little blocks what she did. So she does CTC math. I love CTC math, especially for the older ages. It helps them be much more independent. I love it. If you go to my website, aheartforallstudents.com, you will see lots of stuff about CTC math. You can just search for that. But here we go. She tells me the 2 lessons that she did and what her score was. And of course, I can check in CTC to see what her score is. But this helps us stay on track of each other, and I know what she has done. This has been a game changer for us. Like I said, we are an ADHD family, and this system has worked beautifully for us. So I hope it's helpful to you. Again, if you need any help, email me any questions, Lindsay@aheartforallstudents.com. Check out aheartforallstudents.com and see all the fun homeschooling stuff I have and parenting stuff that I have, especially when you're homeschooling a child with ADHD, autism, dyslexia, anything like that. I'm here for you.